Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
We are live. Welcome to Relationship Thursday. What up, good peoples? Welcome to Relationship Thursday. We are here to make it do what it do. I'm hoping that y'all are having a blessed Thursday. It's Friday Eve, y'all. It's Friday Eve. How you feeling, babe?
Tired.
Tired? Well, you better get that energy together for this one right here.
You already know. You keep asking me, how you feeling? Like, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Hey, we got this really powerful topic we're going to be talking about tonight. So I'm glad y'all tuned in because what we got in store for y'all is going to be something that's really good, y'all. It's going to be a bit spicy tonight. And so my hope is that you'll get something that you're able to take away, something that you're able to apply to your relationship, and something that you'll use to elevate and go to the next level. So we're here, y'all. We are here for Relationship Thursday. Tonight's topic, y'all. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? What up, IG? What up, Blamley? Those of y'all who are watching. Tonight's topic. Hey, what's up, Kimberly? Tonight's topic is we're talking about the 5 mistakes. The 5 mistakes married folks over 40 make when you effing.
I just
The
realized
5 mistakes married folks over 40 make when you effing.
When you're making love.
No, when you effing. Yes.
I just realized that's on the flyer. Like, did you really just put that on there?
I did. I thought you looked at it though.
All right. I don't remember that.
Really, bro?
I like how you got reignite the spark, master midlife intimacy.
Midlife intimacy, y'all. We in that phase of life where we got to master that piece. So this right here is my lovely and incredible wife, the love of my life, my boo thing, my baby's mama. This is Iana, y'all.
This is my baby, my husband, my sweetheart, Aise.
Yes. We are trained therapists, relationship coaches, and we do this work daily, helping individuals and couples improve the quality of their relationship. And so if that's you and you need help in your relationship, do me a favor. And if you're on IG, you can comment the word help me, or you can go to blamconsult.com if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook. Do me a favor, drop a comment in the chat, letting me know too where y'all are tuning in from. So if you're on YouTube and you're checking this out, and if you're watching this on replay, put replay in the comments too. First of all, I want to know who in here is over 40. Type a 1 in the chat if you are over 40. I want to know. I want to know who is over 40 and who we got in the room tonight, y'all. Who we got in the room?
It's some of y'all ain't typing in the chat, but y'all over 40.
Yeah, I'm seeing, some of the ones come through. So I see IG watching. Yeah, if you're over 40, type 1 in the chat. There are some particulars on YouTube. Y'all representing, typing 1 in the chat. And I'm glad that we got some folks who, do you consider yourself to be like midlife? In that midlife space, if you over 40, do you feel like that? Mr. Nice Guy said he's 48. Represent.
Yes, that's 1977 in the house.
1977.
The best year ever. The best year to be born ever. Okay.
So we got some folks in here that are considered to be, I guess, quote unquote old heads, and
you're having a hard time.
What you mean? I'm having a hard time.
You're like, do you consider yourself to be midlife? I guess, quote unquote old heads. No, Ninja, you's an OG. You's an old head.
I'm an old head.
You old head.
I'm an old head.
You're officially in that category now. They call you Unc online. You know what I'm saying? They don't call you Cuz. They call you Unc.
Oh, yeah. All right, so this right here is applicable to everybody that's in that age range. The folks that's over 40, this right here is for you. Again, we're talking about 5 mistakes, and we might go a few more than just 5 if I can get my wife to continue on with me in the journey. But 5 mistakes married folks over 40 make while effing.
Doing the do.
While effing. No.
Doing the do.
While effing.
Having relations.
All right, the first, what you want to say?
Well, I just want to say this. I just want us to normalize, right, that when you are of a certain age, that things shift. Things literally, physically shift on your body. Stuff that was sitting up here, go down here. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of shifts that take place. Also, energy, it doesn't mean that your desire isn't there, but the energy to follow through on the desire sometimes. They don't match. They don't match. And sometimes the desire is not the same. So all of these kinds of things, everybody's different. All of this stuff is normal. And so for anybody who's having a hard time or feels some type of way about it, like, that's just how it be. So how about we just go on ahead and be at one with that reality and recognize that there are some things that you can do right and there's some things that are just wrong. Yeah. And when you start to get more intentional about how you are, coming together, oh, you can make some things sizzle. But you can't be operating thinking that you a 25-year-old and you a whole 55-year-old. You can't run the same.
It's mismatch.
You can't do that because you just out of order.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, we're gonna start with number one. Again, this is 5 mistakes.
Yeah, 5 mistakes, married folks.
Over 40 make while getting it on.
When you have them. All right, y'all. Number one, y'all. Number one is you miscalculated the window of opportunity. And so oftentimes in the work that we do, we let people know there's a window of opportunity for connection. And you want to make sure that you are looking for it, and then you're climbing through, jumping through, taking advantage of whatever opportunities may come your way. Now, when it comes to this intimacy piece, making love, having sex, doing the do, effing, whatever it may be, like you may have miscalculated your window of opportunity. So you say, what do you mean?
Yeah, what is a window?
So what I'm talking about here is this. Like, y'all see my wife right now, right? She just came from the school doing the book fair with our youngest child. And I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday she shared with me, she said, hey, boom.
What'd I say?
I want to do some things tomorrow. I want to. Yeah, you did. You said, I want to do some things tomorrow. We got to make sure we get some things in. And so she expressed the desire. She articulated a need. And she indicated that like she's trying to connect. But when she came in from the book fair, y'all, what I noticed is that her energy plummeted rapidly. And so when I speak about windows of opportunity, sometimes, ladies, y'all be about it in the moment. Y'all be about it for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But then what happens after that? Like if we don't climb through, we don't take advantage of the space to connect in, to pursue, to engage, then, you're going to end up in this age range, like that window going to slam shut. And so I don't know whether it be perimenopause, menopause, or what it might be, or just life be life, and the window closes. And so you may miscalculate that window of opportunity. And as a result, it was supposed to go down, end up not happening. So you got to make sure that you engage when the opportunity presents itself. So that miscalculation piece, it's real, y'all. It really is real. Type a 1 in the chat if you've ever miscalculated that window of opportunity. If you've ever made a mistake and thought that you was going to be doing something, but you sat on the bed a little bit, or you spent too much time in the shower, or you spent too much time on the couch, and you never actually made it up to the bedroom because you fell asleep. You fell asleep and didn't quite get there. There was a miscalculation, y'all. There was a miscalculation. So we got to be mindful of that, y'all. So that's number one, miscalculating that window of opportunity.
All right. Thanks for joining us. If you are just joining us, you're watching us on replay, type replay. But we're talking tonight about some things that folks over 40 be messing up when they doing the do. And we want to give you some thoughts and give you some things to be mindful of. So number 2 is trying to run a marathon when all she wants is a sprint. I had to sing on that one. Lord have mercy. Sometimes, you might want to go a little long, but sometimes, oftentimes, she wants to say, come here real quick. Let's come together. Let's do the thing. But now you're going too far. You're going too far. I'm trying to be in it. But you what are you doing? It's you take it too long. And when people get of a certain age, because I know that when folks are a little younger, they may not have this same difficulty. They have a few drinks. Lord have mercy. We were counseling a couple of years ago, and the woman, the wife said, "Look, I just want us to come to an agreement that when you've had a couple of drinks, let's not do it."
Why?
Let's not do it. She said, let's just hold off. If we want to get something going, we need to do it before you have those couple of drinks.
Why though?
And some of y'all, he said talking about why, and he know
why.
And y'all know.
Everybody don't know.
Oh, they know. Y'all know. Some of y'all ain't trying to say it.
They may not know.
But now it takes a while to get to where you're trying to go, especially for men. It take a while.
But what's wrong with
to get to where you want to go?
Like, what's wrong? Why I gotta put it on
now
hot?
The energy.
Why I gotta put it on hot?
The energy is not even now. It becomes a task. Now you're concentrating. You know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? We done lost the passion because it's now 30 minutes.
But that's not a long time.
So I just want to say, now, some of y'all out there, y'all like to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be there 30, 45 minutes. But at the end of the day, when somebody's looking for a marathon, looking for a sprint, and you're trying to do that marathon work, right, then there could be a disconnect. Because, you know, it's like, okay, I'm trying to be in it, but you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And I hear that more than you would actually think. All right. So that's number 2, in terms of where we can mess up when we are getting it on after 40 and not paying attention to how our bodies respond and do not respond at certain times.
Yeah,
all right.
Kimberly, trying to focus. Yes. All right. Number 3, y'all. Number 3. And again, y'all, for those who just joined us, we're talking about 10 mistakes that married folks over 40 make when they effing. All right. So number 3, you forgot who you effing, literally. You forgot. And so y'all might be like, how you gonna forget? And that's a big red flag. If you call your woman, call your queen, call your wife by somebody else's name. Like, that's a problem. All right. That's a problem. But that's not what I'm talking about. So if you do that, then you in a whole nother category. If you call your husband by some other dude's name, then you're in a totally different category. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this. Your man at the barbershop, your man at the bar, your man on the golf course planted some seeds in your mind and you forgot who you married to.
Well, you watch one too many videos.
You watch one too many videos. You watch one too many line dances on IG or TikTok, and you watching women do certain things. So you get a very vivid imagination. You start to think and imagine that the person that you married to is the woman that you was watching or the man that you was watching. And so you forgot literally who you married to. That's a big mistake, y'all.
You're trying to spin them all around.
You know what I'm saying? That's a huge mistake. And again, know who you married to. Know who you married to. There may be certain limitations spiritually. There may be certain limitations physically. There may be certain limitations psychologically that prevent them from actually doing some of the things that you imagine doing. And it's no problem at all having these conversations about desires, intimacy, wants, and needs, and that type of thing. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to you making love to your woman, like, who are you married to? Who are you married to? When it comes to making love to your man, who are you married to? Like, what is his threshold? What is her threshold? What will she or what will he not do? And it's really important that you be aware of that, because again, you can put yourself in a position where you're trying to engage in a way that he just don't get down with, or she just don't get down with, and then you end up setting yourself up. And they be like, no, they just cut it short. They stop it because what you're trying to do is do something that he or she ain't used to, or trying to take them to a place that they ain't really trying to go. Be mindful, y'all. Know who you effing. Please know.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Know who you effing. All right. This is number whatever. I don't know what number this is.
Number 4.
All right. I'm gonna put 2 and 1 here. Okay. So when we get to a certain age and when you have been married for a while, sometimes because we have been doing some things for a while, things can take on a certain routine. And you got to pay attention and you got to look out for routine. Routine can be the enemy of your marriage, especially in the bedroom, if you are not careful. There's something about routine that can be comforting in some ways. It's cozy. It's like familiar. But then there's something on the other side of the coin of routine. It's like, bruh, this is the same old, same old. And so then you start treating sex like a chore instead of connection, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be connected. So if it feels like laundry day, if it feels like just another thing, then what you need to do is connect emotionally. Because when you connect emotionally, y'all can be all kinds of twisted up and looking very unsexy, but it don't matter. It's going to pop. It's going to move. It's going to work. So you got to connect emotionally and make sure that you don't let things just turn into the routine. And then the other thing that you want to make sure you do is just make room for your bodies. Make room for bodies that creak. Things that snap, pop. What's that? Like Rice Krispies. You know what I'm saying?
You missed the crackle.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we was in the bed the other day and I was like, oh, what was that? Was that my knee? What was that noise? You know what I mean? Like, instead of, freezing up whatever, laughing and, taking yourself all the way out of connection. Just make room for it. And also watch your pace. Watch your pace. Some of y'all, you're not even trying to do the marathon like we said. You just rolling like you 23. And your hamstring said, what do you think this is? This ain't about to happen.
That's facts.
You know something about that?
I do. Yeah, I know something.
You know something about that.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, hold on. What you doing? You know what I mean? So we got to pay attention to being able to watch our pace, to slow down, but most of all, to stay emotionally connected. Stay connected in the process. Stay connected in the experience. You know what I'm saying? You can chuckle a little bit, chuckle at each other, and just keep on moving. But when we get out of the intimacy, the emotional intimacy, the friendship, the connection that's happening all throughout the act, then it becomes a chore. Then it becomes embarrassing. Then it becomes awkward. And you got to make sure that you stay connected, because when you do that emotionally, everything else flows so much more easily.
Yeah, you don't want shame. This is one mistake that some folks make, is they shame their spouse, and that right there is a problem, y'all. As my wife mentioned, we all getting older. And Father Time is undefeated. We're all getting older, and so we're going to experience different stuff as we age. And if you attempt to embarrass your man, or if you attempt to embarrass your woman, you don't hold space for them as they age, then the likelihood that they'll want to engage with you intimately, it starts to decrease. It does. And that's an unfortunate reality, but it is a reality. And so here's the piece, y'all. As you age, as you get older, you don't weigh the same that you used to. You don't have as much control over your body as you used to.
Wow.
Anybody ever pass gas when they doing it? type of one in the chat, y'all. Anybody pooped when you do it? type of one in the chat. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and raise. Actually, I did that the other night. And what's interesting is that my wife, she said, like, I be doing it all the time.
He was like telling me like it was a confessional. I was like, well, that's new. Is that something like I be doing that on regular? Yeah. And it's not that I'm trying to, it just be slipping out. It's not like I just be letting it go. That sounds very unsexy, right? But sometimes it just be happening. I just be like, I told him sometimes I just keep you close. Like, don't back up right now. Don't back up. Just stay right here with me so that can pass. You know what I'm saying?
But you're a real G.
It is what it is.
You're a real G if it happens. and you just push through, like, it was what it was, and we just kept doing what we were doing.
And sometimes you just get tired of it. Like, okay, I can't be trying to hold this the whole time. My butt muscles are shaking now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hold it in.
And another mistake that folks make is that they don't prepare properly. Yeah. This is a simple thing that you can do, y'all. If you got children, lock the door. Lock the damn door. And I understand you're tired. Mm-hmm. You might not want to get up out the bed. But you also don't want your child to see you with your ass in the air. You don't want that. So again, lock the door. That's one thing I want to lift up. Another piece too,
but don't let that be an excuse, because I've heard, my husband and I both have heard folks say, like, we don't be having, we can't really get into it because our child's room is just next door, so we can. So what? Mm-hmm. That's they can't see you. And they can't hear you. You can be quiet, but even if they hear you a little bit, they're not going to be traumatized. So a lot of times that's an excuse, and that's a way to wiggle out of what feels maybe awkward to you. And you just need to lean in, okay? Mm-hmm. Because y'all can go in the closet for real. Y'all can do whatever. You
can. There's so many different things you can do.
You can do all kind of things.
The other piece is, some folks don't have their manipulatives in order. So manipulatives. Like folks got toys. Folks got toys. Folks got all types of resources. You want to make sure you have them things in play or ready in order for you to do what you need to do. Another piece too, y'all, I
don't understand. What? You talking about when you having sex? Yeah. Have them ready in the middle of y'all doing it?
What I'm saying is that, you got to make sure you have prep together. So if you're going to use whatever you're going to use and you need batteries, together. Make sure that you got the stuff ready. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Some women like to,
and use it. Some of y'all don't use no toys. Use toys. Do that mutual masturbation. It's a beautiful thing. Because guess what? Y'all can both just lay there. You be tired. Sometimes be like, you just want to go ahead and just get off together. Mm-hmm. But low key, I'm gonna take care of me, you take care of you, but we together.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, you looking at me. It's passionate, but he ain't gotta, get on his shaky knee. You know what I'm saying?
Why the knee gotta be shaky? Huh?
You ain't asking me to get back up on top of you. I'm tired. I'm not trying to sit up on top of you and keep. I used to have this position the other day. I don't know what that was. I don't know what. I don't know what. I'm okay. This might be TMI.
No, you don't need to share it. You don't need to share it.
I was like,
this right here, y'all, is that whole piece around.
You seeing something.
You seeing something, and then you try something, but you ain't the age of the people that you saw doing what was being done. All right? That's a mistake, y'all.
Do you think
that's a mistake? It's a mistake.
And I really did good because I was trying to be all like, okay, all right, trying to try myself into a pretzel. Okay. I was like, but I don't think this is working. On the inside, I was like, nigga, what the fuck is this? What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? But I humored him. But for real, I was like, I knew you done seen something.
But you maintained your face, y'all. You maintained your face and your poker face. Yeah,
I did.
And
that's important.
You was in a moment. You was in the mood.
I was out of the moment in that. But be clear.
I was
out of the moment. So I want to share that. It didn't feel like it.
No, I didn't.
Because you have to hold your position. And so I just want to say that when you're in the midst of the act, or you're in the midst of maybe not, penetration isn't happening, but you all are together. It's important to stay in the zone, to stay connected. So that doesn't mean that you always feel it. There's times where I'm like, my left foot is going to sleep and it's really bothering me right now. That's all I can focus on. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get me to tie my body up in all these ways, and I'm going to humor him for the next 45 seconds, and then I'm going to gently get off. Say, yeah, babe, that's not going to work. But I need to wait 45 seconds because if I just hop off and be like, what? Then his ego gonna be wounded. He's gonna be feeling some type of way, like I'm not trying to be flexible and try. So it's important to meet your partner where they are emotionally. And so I just want y'all to peep that. He said you was in the mood. On the inside, I was like, this is the shit right here. What is this?
I thought you
That's
was.
What I was thinking.
I thought you was in a certain zone. I thought you was in the zone. I thought we was locked in.
We was before that, and I just maintained the right energy, right? So that could pass, so we could get back into formation. But I was like, I know you lying. What? I mean, I was really like, what? I mean, what was you thinking? If y'all only knew what the position he was trying to make for me to be in, I was like, this is not possible. I can't do, like, what? Why? He's like, just do like this. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Do like, I'm like, bruh, you tripping.
Hey, and leave this out too, y'all. So we very briefly spoke about the whole flatulence piece. But I also know too that
going back to
I'm not talking about the flatulence, but I know that when women get of a certain age, I've heard women speak about that sometimes they can laugh too hard and something to trickle out.
Oh, like you laugh, you pee a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard that. Now, when it comes to being intimate, some women be real explosive.
When you talking about a squirter,
you rain down on me. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of prep, y'all, make sure you get like a waterproof blanket or something to be able to absorb all that.
Does anybody here have a waterproof blanket? They make them joints like, I don't know what they made for, but I know I got one, and that don't be coming in handy. Because then you be pissed off when it's all done and you're nice and tired, and then your bed, your sheets is wet. That is not the move. Yeah. So preparation, because then that allows you to be able to lean into each other. Well, first of all, you move the blanket up off the bed now, and then you can lean in and connect in instead of, I don't know if anybody like me, like I don't like all that. I usually lay all up in it. So I don't like all that. It's nasty. I'm like, ugh.
That make it better.
I know you like that. I'm like, No, thank you. So you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. All right.
And check this out, y'all. So another mistake that folks make is that they do the same thing over and over and over and over again. I think that's a big issue. You did speak about the whole routine before, but the routine can be, when it comes to positions as well too. Like, who in here knows, like, y'all got a steady diet of the same thing when it comes to y'all sex and intimacy? It's missionary, it's doggy, it's
saying that word.
It's the same thing. The foreplay is the same way. Y'all in the same position in the bed. Y'all in the same location. Y'all on the same pillow. Like y'all are, it's no variance, no differentiation. Yeah, you know, it's
you don't slow down so you can connect.
No variation.
Like,
you know?
bruh.
Yeah,
not that ain't good, but sticking with that all the time, or vice versa, you know, changes the rhythm.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake, y'all. So make sure you not only consider doing it in different places, but changing the rhythm, as my wife mentioned, and in addition to that, making sure you also differentiate in terms of positions too.
That's good. All right, I think this is the last one. I'm not sure, but this is one of my favorite ones that I have shared over time, over and over and over again. This is for everybody, but I especially want to call the attention of the men. You be skipping the woo and jumping straight to the work. You trying to get that work in, but you ain't got no woo. Your game is down. Ask your wife, ask your love, like, how you think I do with just, you know, kind of wooing you and, you know, getting you in the mood when it's time for us to do that? I really want to know. I really want your honest feedback. Give them the ability to actually give you the feedback. It's important for you to know that, because if there's no flirting, there's no teasing. Let me tell you something. I use a nose, and some of y'all know if you come the right way, we going to whole other levels, because you have opened me up emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You have done some things to get me, you know, to the place I need to be. So when we're over 40, that's even more important, because sometimes it takes a little, you know how when you start the car and the ignition is like, when you're young, it's like, but when you get a little older, it's like, and it take a minute to turn over. But what makes it easy to turn over? Oh my goodness, because things are getting a little wet now. Things are getting a little juicy now, because you're whispering some stuff to me, because you're licking on my ear, because you're telling me how much you love me, because you're massaging me. I already know. Give me a massage, it's over.
You want a massage tonight?
It's a wrap. I do.
I got you, man.
I'm gonna follow him, see, because he's trying to say that all smooth. I got you, babe. But then later on, he be like, man, I'm really tired.
The window of opportunity. That was number one, y'all. Don't miss the window of opportunity.
I mean, can we do that tomorrow? I'm trying to tired right now. You try to say it all smooth and everything. But yeah, it puts you in the mood. If you give me a massage, even if I'm like, I can't help it. I'm like, what do you want to do? I'm talking about a full body massage, and he gives great full body massages when he wants to. And
I gotta balance this thing out though, y'all.
And so I'm just saying, you can't skip that woo. You can't skip the working up. And for those of you who just have not been in the habit of that, perhaps you got 10, 15, 20, 25 years of not even rolling like that. So this is new territory to you. That's all right. Just say, like, you know what? We in this season, and like I'm trying to discover some new things. I'm trying to do some things differently. And we ain't gonna have no more turnover real quick conversations. We ain't doing that. I want to holler at you differently. I want to connect in with you differently. I don't know why you looking like that.
I'm just saying, like, you know, when my wife,
don't skip the woo.
Don't skip the woo.
That's
and
important.
Go straight to the work. But
but
go straight to the work and fuck the woo. You got to balance that piece out. And so, I think that both things are important. And if you always wooing, no, I want to balance this piece out. And so again, we talking about mistakes married folks over 40 make when it comes to effing.
But most people ain't having a problem with they just wooing too much.
Nah, they're not. They're not. No, they're not. But what I'm saying is that sometimes people are waiting for the woo and they missing the opportunity to get to work. And what needs to happen sometimes is you just need to get to work. All right, just get to work. Get to work, and we'll worry about the woo later. So again, both are valid. Both are needed. And you know what side you fall on, bruh. If you ain't wooing your wife,
one is more important than the other.
Says the woman who wants to woo.
Period.
You know,
yeah, because both of them. But when you got the woo going, there's emotional connection. If you're just getting straight to the work, how we connecting? Although I will say that men connect through physical intimacy, generally speaking, and that's how they enter into. And women, we enter into psychologically, emotionally. All right, so.
And you know when you're out of balance, you know when you're out of order, and you know when you need to do more wooing. But ladies, I hope y'all also know when y'all need to get to work too. God damn it. Get to work.
No, don't even what you get yourself a horn?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. So everybody, this has been just a little bit of an awakening for you, perhaps, a reminder for you, perhaps, a call to attention for you, perhaps. We coming up on a Thanksgiving holiday, so theoretically, at least, I know everybody doesn't have the same time off, but at least the idea and the hope is that you got a little more time. And we sent out an email early today. We need to tell them about that. But just talking about how important it is to make the time to connect, to make the time not only to connect, but to also have sex, to come together, to be together. And you don't have to be, that does not mean you have to be penetrating. Some of y'all are so scared to go back into the bedroom. You're so scared to touch around that because it's been so long. Oh, we know.
Yeah.
We talked to plenty of folks, and it's been long. Not a few weeks long, not a few months long, sometimes years long. That's the reality of where folks are in their marriage. But if you say you want it, if you say you want the marriage, if you say I want to be with this one, even though I'm mad that I want to be with him because I don't want to be dealing with this, all the stuff that gotta go with it. But this is the one that God has assigned me to. And I know that beyond the shadow of a doubt, then show up in all parts of your marriage. Show up in every part of your marriage. And the bedroom, the sexual intimacy, that will take you to places and allow you to be able to communicate in ways that you could never communicate verbally. There are some things that can only be conveyed through touch. Only conveyed through touch. And that's what it allows you to do. So it's about to be a little holiday. Put on your stretchy pants.
Yeah, simple, ladies.
You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable and push up on your boo. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Okay, but why are you looking at me? So everybody, last but not least, before we close tonight, as we are getting ready to come up on the holiday season, we will be having 3 days of gratitude next week, Monday through Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern. If you are around, if you have a lunch break, you can get on and listen or holler at us. It'll be on live stream. It will be on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Facebook,
and
Instagram.
Yeah, we'll send out the links, right? But it'll be on all the things. And so we want to share with you 3 days of gratitude and how just practicing gratitude. Many of y'all know this. I ain't telling y'all nothing y'all don't know, but just because you know it don't mean you do it. And it doesn't mean that you actually hold space and really, really lock in with gratitude. So if you are particularly feeling disconnected, or if you're not even feeling super disconnected, this is your norm. Like it feels normal, but we ain't connected. Whatever it is, you can shift this holiday season. You can do that in this Thanksgiving season as we come together in many households, whether you celebrate it formally or not, but in many households coming together to honor Indigenous Peoples Day, you can absolutely make sure that you connect in and that you are being gracious with one another and expressing gratitude. So we want to talk about that. We're going to break that down Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So be aware of that. Also, if you're in the ATL, stay tuned because we are going to be coming together for the holidays. And we are so excited to have our first event here in Atlanta for the holidays. And it's going to be lovely. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah,
it's going to be a very good time. So everybody, be easy. Don't make things complicated.
Can I get a massage tonight too?
Touch your boo. You go first. No. I want to go last. I'll go first. All right, we talk about that later.
Okay.
Anyway, be intentional, y'all, and we'll see you next time. Peace and blessings, y'all. Bye.